It's officially November, and in our home that means it's time to take down the fall decor and decorate our home for the most magical time of the year. But before we do that, it is the perfect time to reset our home, do some deep cleaning, and work on a few home projects that we've been wanting to get to so that we can go into the new season with peace. Summer, welcome back to Simple Sacred Home. My name is Paige, and today truly is a modge podge of different things that I'm doing around my home to reset from the past season of fall decor and moving into Christmas. So what I like to do anytime that there is a seasonal change or a large holiday that I decorate for, I like to start by taking down the previous season or holiday's decor and give my home a really nice reset and refresh, which means doing a deep clean, tackling some of those areas that on the day-to-day, the week-to-week, I don't necessarily get to. And that would be like baseboards. If it's a seasonal change, I'm going to go through my closet and rotate out my summer clothes for winter or winter for summer, those types of things. So that is what we are doing in this video. Just a lot of taking down the fall decor, reevaluating our home, what has been working in this past season, what hasn't, decluttering if I need to, and organizing. This is a great time to do so because we all know that this time of year can get really busy, even if you're trying super intentional to not get super busy. It can just go by really, really fast. There's a lot of fun things that go on this time of year, and so our homes do not want to add to the hustle and bustle. We want our homes to be simple spaces, sacred spaces, places we can come home and find rest and refuge, and they're a safe place from the world outside. Fall and Christmas decor are definitely the two seasons of the year that I have more decor out than any other time of the year. So we have quite a few spaces to go through and take down all the fall florals and the pumpkins and the colors of fall. We're going to take all of that down. We're going to remove all of our fall colored pillowcases, and that way we can store these away with all of our fall decor so we know exactly where they are for next year. And then also we have all these pillow inserts so that when we bring up the Christmas decor, we have the pillow inserts, we know exactly what pillows we have available, and then I can change the covers very easily. I also like to take this time in between the seasons to take off any slip covers that I have, any covers to my couches that I can remove and wash. It's just a nice time to give them a wash, especially if you have light colored furniture, you see everything. And so this is a great way to maintain my couches and my chairs that have slip covers from getting completely demolished throughout the course of the year. If you don't have a couch that has removable covers in the market for furniture, definitely look for furniture that can be easily cleaned or that you can easily remove the covers, because it is truly a lifesaver and a game changer. I also like to go through in between when I take off the cushions on the couch and vacuum if there's any, lint or hair or anything that gets in between the covers. It's just a great time to really get into all those places that you don't necessarily get to on a weekly basis. Another thing I did in the living room, and you'll see it more in next week's video when we actually decorate for Christmas, but I ended up swapping out our living room rug. You can kind of see it here in this clip, and also our curtains. So when it comes to Christmas, there's a lot of decor, or there can be a lot of decor. There can be a lot of different colors going on. So I really wanted to bring in this wool rug. We've had this in our living room before. I had retired it out for a little bit and I decided to bring it back up. It's just so neutral, and it's a really great base to then be able to add your different Christmas colors and Christmas decor too. So this is not only a great just staple rug, it's also wool. So in the cooler months, it's great because it really keeps the living room warm. It's really cozy on your feet when you're walking on it. And so that was a great move to bring this rug back up. The other thing that I did this particular week that I don't have a clip for is we ended up switching our curtains back to our just beige colored curtains. And once again, kind of the same mentality. I like to have a really blank, neutral space to then be able to build on top of when it comes to Christmas decor, because there's a lot more colors and textures and patterns I find with my Christmas decor than the rest of the year. And so I like to have everything else pretty neutral so that I can bring in blankets and pillows and the tree be the star of the show, rather than having a lot of competing patterns and colors when it comes to curtains or rugs. I also like to take this reset time to consider any areas that I need to declutter. If there's items that we're not using, it's a great time to donate or sell those items, give them to somebody that you know would enjoy them and use them. And I also like to consider any home projects that I could get accomplished that has been on my list. So for this particular reset, we ended up going through our closets and we took all of our summer clothes and put those away in storage, and then brought out our winter and cooler month clothing. And one of the projects that I've been wanting to work on is in our living room. We had these chair rails that were there when we bought the house, and I always wanted to add beadboard or some kind of boarding to the bottom half. I liked the chair rail, I liked the half wall. I found in our downstairs, I found these large panels of shiplap boards that we used on the wall in our living room across the way. And so instead of doing beadboard, I thought it would be nice to bring in those shiplap pieces on this side of the living room so that it balances out. And that is what we did. So my husband was so kind to go ahead and get those boards put up onto the wall, and we also went ahead and painted them, but you'll have to come back for next week's video to see the final result. But it looks so much better, and because we knew we were going to be putting boards on the wall, we had half the wall one color white and half the wall was just the white that the house originally came with, which was a much cooler white. So this wall looks a lot better and it looks a lot more uniform, and I'm really glad that we took the time to do that before bringing out all of the Christmas decor. Something else I really like to do is take down a lot of my pictures and just do some rearranging at this time of year. Anytime that I'm changing decor up, an easy way to make your space feel fresh is to just move items around throughout your home. So I ended up taking a few of these pictures off the wall in the living room and relocating them for the holiday season. I have a vision for what I want to put on these walls, and so I'm just emptying the walls, letting myself have a few days of just breathing room to have blank walls, and then we can come in with our Christmas decor and really transform the space. I also decided to take a few of those art pieces that I had in the living room and actually bring them into my bedroom. So I had this mirror on the wall already, and then these two smaller art prints, but there was a lot of black and white going on, and I like warmer spaces. So I was able to bring in some warmer frames and warmer art, and it really changed the space a lot. I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is also a great time of year to switch over your bedding. If you have winter versus summer bedding, it's a great time to add in those warmer elements and just declutter or change up your spaces to feel inspired as you go into the cooler months. If you live somewhere where the seasons change, I ended up going through and changing out my bedding. I dusted all of my baseboards, and I have this accent wall that I went through and just dusted and took those few extra minutes to just do a deeper cleaning than I normally would. I went through my nightstands and organized those, and that way when we're ready to start decorating for Christmas, we can bring in some fun festive elements. And this just really helps me to make my spaces feel refreshed. Like I'm not constantly looking at the same thing. So simply just changing my picture. This picture above my bed previously was in my living room, and now I'm bringing it into our bedroom. And that's why I like to have items throughout my home that are very cohesive. I don't want every room to look the same, and each room in our home does have its unique characteristics, but I like to find decor and pieces that I can easily alternate between rooms so that I can easily incorporate one piece of art at one time of year in this room and then swap it out and put it somewhere else in the next. It helps me to not get bored of the items that I have because I can constantly switch them out and rotate them if I need to be inspired. One of the other projects that we did not get to, but hopefully this winter season we will, is this door to our bedroom and also the closet doors. Those need to be painted the same tan color that the accent in the trim is. We just haven't gotten around to that. So hopefully during the winter season we will get to those projects, but we just do what we can and check off little by little as we go. I hope this video encouraged you if you are getting your home ready and preparing for Christmas decorating. I would love to know in the comments down below when you start decorating for Christmas. I know this is a pretty controversial topic. I personally like to have my decor up for 2 months, so I like to decorate beginning of November so I can enjoy the decor for November and December, but I always take down my decor before the new year. So I know some people wait and put it up later in the season and then they keep it up after the new year. I personally like to take it down and reset my home again before the new year. So that's how we do it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and subscribe and come back next week to see a Christmas decorate with me.